POGMarineFPS, and this is just another starter base, but this is more of a camouflage, concealed starter base where usually people don't go and people won't find, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And this is pretty good, out of sight, out of mind kind of base that you want to get started and build your main base.
Why I picked this location is because it's concealed. This is more like a camouflage base, a starter base. I usually do 2 or 3 blocks. This is 3 blocks long, and I always have 2 exits. I have, well, actually this exit, and I also got my other exit. So that way if I need to get out in a hurry, I can get out in a hurry, but apparently I can't get back in. Let me try this door. Alright. So that's why I did this 3x3. So this will be a starter base, and we'll make this out of stone. Make this all stone. I'm going to show you how to camouflage this base a lot better. This is a real stealth beginner's starter base. It's good. It's good for when you don't need to spend that much materials, and it's just, you know, it's good to have. It's good to start because you don't want to get your stuff looted. Now, if you've seen my other video before, I do airlocks, and this is just so it separates the areas, and plus, if they really wanted to, they could probably blow through the middle of this wall with some C4, but you know what? We'll just put them in there anyway, just so we have like room separation. But if they are dumb enough and only bang out one side, then at least they're going to have to work for it. So we'll need the cupboard in the middle. This is where we'll store our valuable loot, just like last time, or more valuable loot. Now you don't have to do those metal. You could just, I could have just done stone, but I just did a metal, just so, I don't know, just so they'll be different. Alright, so when building the starter base, obviously you guys, you know you need the wood, and you know you need the stone. So you need the wood and the stone, so we got that. And we need enough wood for a cupboard, and then up next we'd worry about a sleeping bag. And with a sleeping bag, just put this wherever you want to put this. So alright, we got our sleeping bag, and I'd also recommend putting one outside. And next thing nice to have is the campfire. Obviously we already have the upgrade hammer and this. So next we'll place our fire. Well, I usually like putting it towards the door. So now we got a fire near the door, and that pretty much situates us for what we pretty much need right now, and maybe a box to put some stuff in, like shown right here. So we got our box, and then we'll put any valuable stuff we have in here, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to see if we have enough to make a bow or something. Because now we got to go hunting. Alright, now this is a little tricky. You use big signs, small signs, whatever it may be. But we got to camouflage this. So how I do this is with signs. And you know, how am I going to make a camouflage sign? Well, this is a snow biome facing this way, so on this side, I'm going to make this, if I can get it on there. I make this side snow. So how do you do snow? You just make it white. And with a little bit of gray. I get fancy, but you don't have to get fancy. Alright. So we'll do it like that. Alright. And then don't forget to lock the sign when you're done. Alright, so that gives us our kind of rock camo look. Now we'll need to make some smaller signs. Alright, now if you want to cover the door with a sign, you can do that, but just remember that you're not going to be able to get us out as quickly. I know there is a way of doing it. You can put it right over there, but we're not going to do that. So then we look at this side. And we got this. That might be okay because it's with the rocks. Actually, you know, I think that would be just fine because it's with the rocks. Same with this side. It's already kind of camouflaged with the stone, so we won't need any of that. And I don't recommend building a big roof because people will see it a little bit easier. So this is a nice little hidden base. But now we got to go out and hunt so that way we can make our furnace. Now we'll sneak up on him. He's right over here. Get around this cover. Oh. I don't think he sees us yet. So alright, there's the deer. Right in the gullet. There we go. Now we got the fuel we need for our furnace. See, also it's really hard to get back up into the base, which is a good thing because a lot of people don't like doing this. It's really a pain in the ass. So getting back up works as your advantage as well. Well, it's good at least we got that deer because we're kind of hungry too. That was the next thing we need to worry about is food. Getting a food source. So we got a little bit of food. And we'll make it back to base. Alright, and like I said, look at that. That camo works great. It's automatically naturally camouflaged in the back. It's nice and dark. And then we get the front when people looking at the front. So that'll work out good. For some reason I always want to go to that door. Let's go to this door. So it's kind of like our hidden away base. Alright, so we'll put some deer meat in the furnace. Well, actually it's not deer meat. Probably give it a little bit more wood than that. There we go, we'll get that cooking. While we get that cooking, we will make, well, we can make a large furnace. We just need a small furnace. Now, while we're at it, yes, alright. There's the small furnace that we need. And we'll just put this in the corner. Actually, we'll put this facing this way. Right near the door. But make sure it ain't going through the back like that. Make sure it's just enough right there. So now we can put our stuff to smelt. Put some wood in there. That's why I put that in there. There you go. So now that's doing that. Alright, so now we get our food, like I said. Just pretty much organize your stuff, organize your gear, and get started. So that pretty much concludes my little camouflage starting base kind of technique. I find it works really good. Out of sight, out of mind. You ain't got to worry about getting looted. And plus, if they do run into you, they're going to be like, wow, what the hell is this? It's just 3 blocks wide, and it looks like a box that you'd put like your cabinets around a big base. So, yeah, that pretty much is how I do my starter bases.